This ain't no joke, this ain't no game. This that CSZ game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55 was goody. Kill the vibe, how could he? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. The other shows spread fake news. We just call them broadcast. West, Joey, Sam, Shawn, Dalton. And you know that boy Higgy. He said he don't want no small fries. Tell them they better make them biggie. Yeah, you already know what we be on. We got the crown, we hold the throne. We throw the mails and you take them home. When they ring the bells, you know that it's on. The bar set, we setting the tone. If we set it, then set it in stone. Sit in the street, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal Sports Zone.
Welcome, everybody. Can y'all hear me this time?
Yeah, you're good, man. We can hear you.
Awesome. All right, guys. Sorry for the technical difficulties. So let's go ahead and reset. We're coming to you live from the Rally House Studios in the brand new Rally House Studio Podcasting Center. This is Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Wahman. We're so happy to be here with you all today for the Season 6 premiere of the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. For those of y'all that aren't familiar, we started this podcast right around 12 years ago. We were on Blog Talk Radio for a couple of years. Then we went to ESPN 93.9 for about 4 years. And this is our 6th year doing it here. And we're just happy to be here. Speaking of happy to be here, my first co-host for the day, been here for all 6. Actually, he's been here for pretty much since the beginning. The only thing that, we have evolved from the beginning, but the only thing that really hasn't evolved has been Shawn's love life. It's our guy, Shawn Barber. Shawn in the building.
How's it going? You can hear me now, folks.
I think that's probably a detriment. What's up, Tom Jeffries and everybody that's tuning in on Facebook? Also with us, he is the Cardinal Sports Zone football beat writer. It's our guy, Sam Baisden.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
And last but not least, what's up, y'all? Okay, everybody getting back in. Apologize for the technical difficulties. We're pretty sure it's Shawn's fault, even though we don't know how it happened. Last but not least, he is our red chip, 5-star, 6-star recruit. He's, when you go through the NCAA football and you're doing the recruiting background, and you got a 5-star that has that green gem that turns him into a 6-star. That's how we feel about our guy, Dalton. Dalton Pence in the building. What's good, Dalton?
Man, you need to give me that 6-star after I basically went ad lib when nobody can hear you for about 6 minutes.
Listen, I know, and it was so frustrating. I figured out what it was. I tried to hook a second camera up, and for whatever reason, it kicked my main camera microphone and the entire mixer off of the first channel. So got it settled. I appreciate it. I apologize to everybody because I know we've got a loaded show today. Don't forget the Mossy Oak chat line is open. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, send us your questions on social. Check on the graphic, the brand new graphics. Got our new sponsors up there to see how you can follow the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast on social media and how to help support monetarily. Hit that thumbs up button while you're here on YouTube. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube, if you can, explained this before, don't mind explaining it again. We get more of a boost money-wise and analytics-wise. Sponsors want to see YouTube numbers. They don't care about Facebook numbers because of all the bots and all the spam. They want YouTube numbers. So it would help us out if you all can go to the YouTube. Sponsor shout-outs, Fitness Market, Four Pegs, Collision Course Crew, Tailgaters, Cherry Pickin', Shoot 360, Mossy Oak, and we want to welcome our newest sponsors, Rally House and Planet Fitness. Appreciate Rick Kuber. Appreciate Lisa and the crew out at Rally House. We'll talk more about them later. But look, I have got to get our guest on here because alongside with that, we have taken up the first 20 minutes trying to get this thing going. He's been on our last 2 season kickoff shows. At this point, he's an honorary member of CSZ as far as I'm concerned. I'm a little biased, but in my mind, you probably have. And we'll talk about this in a second, too, because I hate the greatest of all time conversation because there's like 3 or 4 people you can put up there and you don't have to pick just one. But to me, I got to watch this guy from a young age mature and just smash it right in front of my eyes. We played against each other in the very first game, and Mel's after Mel moved buildings and they opened up their football stadium. That was Doss versus Mel, which they won at the last second, of course. But it's my guy. He is my quarterback, my friend, my brother. It's my man, Chris Redman. Chris, what's good, brother? Oh no! Now we can't hear Chris. No. Back out and come back in. I think it was it's probably we'll get Chris on here. If not, Chris is probably just gonna kick my butt for not.
You want me to imitate his voice? I can act like Chris.
Chris, you there?
Unmute yourself, Chris.
I can't hear Chris. Listen.
How about you have him up, act like he's talking, and I'll try to read his lips.
So hit the button. I think you accidentally muted yourself. So there should be a button under your picture with a microphone that's crossed out. Hit that. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna call you on the phone. Man, we'll try to do it that way because I think he is. I
thought the idea was good, Jeremy. Man, just have him act like he's talking. I'll try to read his lips.
No, we are not doing. All right, Chris, I'm gonna call you. Gosh dang it, man! Catherine Clope in the building. Jeremy Cooper in the building.
Season off to a rocky start.
Hey, man, only up from
could
here.
Be worse.
It can't get any worse. And look,
it could.
Yeah. Let's not go there.
Let's not go there. It could.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Y'all can hear that, right?
I'm here.
It's the GOAT, Chris Redman. Chris, what's up, man?
Hey, man. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
Listen, I had them. You had even the best have technical difficulties, so it is what it is.
On, man. Appreciate it.
No, we appreciate you always being here for us, my man. Look, I'm going to make this quick because I know that y'all are busy. I know there's family stuff going on today. I just appreciate you taking the time out to hop on with us.
You, brother.
One thing I didn't mention, which I feel horrible, but I guess I was just frazzled a little bit. Back-to-back state champion quarterback coach, Chris Redman. Are we gonna make it 3 in a row? Are we gonna make it 3 in a row this year?
Man, we got a chance, and we got a nice squad, but we're we got a lot of young players, a lot of new positions to be filled. We lost our quarterback last year, and so it's gonna be tough. We got a credible team, Central, that's always out there looming, and they're hungry. So it's gonna be one of those years where we have to play good, but we got a chance.
Chris, tell everybody what you've been up to lately. I'm going to try to figure out something so where we can still have your face on the screen.
Yeah.
That's I'm clever like that, so we're going to try to do that.
Okay. Yeah, last few years I've been coaching, like you said, with my son, he's going to be a senior there at Christian Academy. I'm quarterback coach there, and then I've been getting into the medical sales a little bit, so dabbling with that. I'm involved with a drink company. That involves some it's kind of a sports drink that I've been involved with, and then I got a lot of other little side things that I'm excited about. That staying around town, working with my friends, and
Having a couple technical difficulties. We apologize. Y'all, no. I don't think today's show was meant to be. I think it was
don't
just
make me
meant
go
to.
ad lib again, dude.
We definitely don't want that. Let me hop back in the.
I guess I'm back, y'all. Hope everybody's good. Ad lib again. Ad lib depends coming to you from Bellarmine University. Yeah, I can now.
Okay, cool. And Chris is still on here. I don't know what's going on, but my electronics just don't want to work today. But all right, Chris, we got you. We're here with you still. Got you back on here. The chat's still going. I know it was Higgy's fault. We lost all of us. All right. Somebody said I blame Kenny Payne for trying to sabotage the show. Listen, we'll leave it at that. The biggest question that we've got from everybody, they want to know, when are you going to retire from coaching and join us here at the podcast table?
Oh man, I'm happy to be on the show anytime. I think I'm bad luck though. Like I got on and all these technical difficulties.
No, we blame Shawn. Look, Shawn's 42. He's been on the show for about 47 years, and he still never even held a girl's hand. So we just like to. He's our go-to blame.
I like that. Okay.
It is. Well, he don't like it, but I'm glad somebody does. Chris, really quick, because I know we've already taken up too much of your time anyway. What are your thoughts on this year's Louisville football? As we get right into the kickoff part of the show, what are your thoughts on the team this year? Differences that you think that we're going to see on both sides? What you've been able to observe anyway.
From everything I'm hearing, and I haven't really got a chance to watch them too much other than the little bit of the spring game, and been out to practice maybe once. But other than they obviously look very big. I think we're deep. I think we're very on a lot of different positions. But I'm really excited about this defense. I mean, having this many All-Americans and preseason. I mean, I think a defense with the mind of Jeff Brohm on offense is a good combination when you have a team like this. And I think our schedule, is a tough schedule, but probably not the toughest schedule. So this is I think a really good opportunity. Obviously, got to go up to Notre Dame, but we got some good track record there. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a fun year. Anytime I think Jeff Brohm is your head coach, you go into a big game and you have a chance to win just because he's gonna do everything possible he can to make that ball club have a chance. And so I'm excited. I mean, just going last year, being able to go into that ACC championship team and having one of the best portal years of anybody in the country.
Yeah,
we could be sneaky dangerous.
And imagine, like, we got a schedule this year with Notre Dame, Miami. Do we play Clemson or not?
Yes,
we play Clemson.
We play Clemson at Clemson, I believe.
Like that's the stuff that dreams were made. Like if we could have dreamed that up when we were there, that would have been we did get Oklahoma a couple times. I do remember that, yeah. But for the most part, our schedules they weren't cupcakes like a lot of people like to say they were, but we didn't have. We only had like maybe one or two high-profile games on the schedule every year, and we were prepared for it because those were our big games. They were never against Kentucky because they suck. But it's nice. It's a nice look. It's a nice feeling to be able to look at our schedule and see these teams on it. And then we got Georgia on the schedule coming up here in the next couple of years. North Carolina. I just some schools that have been good within the last decade or so that are on the come up. So we're glad to have a schedule like that to where we can show these first 2 weeks. We don't have very big opposition the first 2 weeks, but that should allow for us to be able to get some repetitions. And I know I accidentally said the K word. I apologize. And be able to have a good season. I'm excited about it too. So we're going to give our season predictions at the end of the show, Chris. But before we let you go, where do you think? Give us a range, because I don't want to put you on the spot and then make you like say, okay, 11-1, 10-2, anything like that. But like, what would you be? Let me change the question up a little bit. What would you be satisfied win-wise in a year 2 under Jeff Brohm?
I think anytime. I mean, college football is college football. Predicting and how are you going to predict an injury? The injury to our quarterback. I'm not sure what we were looking like behind him. So obviously he's kind of injury prone. So it's really hard to. But if we stay healthy, and I think anything above I hate to say it, but I mean, just not long ago we were looking to get 7 wins, but I think anything less than 8 wins, I don't think we're going to be real happy. And that's I think it's a credit to Jeff Brohm, because we know what he brings, and the student athletes that he's got into the building right now that are superb athletes and everything. But the key factor is injuries and keeping everybody on the field but like I said, we do have some depth now, and I'm just worried about the quarterback position behind our starter now. So that's something that you never know. But I feel like if we can get a 9, 10, 11, that's the kind of season that we want to get back to that AC championship and kind of represent a little bit better than we did last year. I felt like we were there, fell off at the end of last year and didn't finish like we'd like to finish. And I think that's probably a word that's been said a lot in that locker room, is finish this year, and let's finish this thing off the right way.
Listen, I know there's one thing you hate more than anything, and that is giving game predictions. So I'm going to ask you what your game prediction is for the first game.
Oh, well, I mean, we're playing Austin Peay. So it's like, so I think, when you play a team like that, I mean, obviously they're a Division I school, so you don't want to disrespect them, but at the same time, it's all about yourself. You want to go out there and you want to make sure that you're going through what you do right. And it doesn't matter if you're playing, Alabama or Austin Peay. You're you want to go out and be sharp and be mentally focused and be excited and give the fans something they want to see. But for me as an offense, I want to score, kick a field goal every possession. I think that would be a really good goal for our team in that first game.
I have a viewer question for you from one of our guys that helps out with the podcast. I don't know exactly what he's wanting me to ask, but he said, ask you about your golf scramble with Joey Wagner. Do you have something like that coming up, or do you know what he's...
Well, Joey and I and Eric Wood, we do a golf tournament for Kids Cancer Alliance. This will be our 5th year coming up, and so it's been really fun, and what a great cause that we do it for, and we have a party at my house that's incredible that you need to show up to next year. 55, it's a lot of fun. We have live entertainment, and we hit some golf shots. I got a little golf green there that we hit some shots into under the lights, and so a lot of fun, and encourage anybody to come out and raise some good money and have a lot of fun for a great cause.
Say less. Just send me the invite and I'll be there. I always do everything. You always do everything you can to support me. You know how much you mean to me, not only as a friend, a teammate, a brother. I said that before, man. I appreciate the heck out of you, and I'm so glad to hear that Britt's doing better, man. That was weighed heavily on my heart, and a lot of I don't know how often you were able to catch the show after you told me about that, but every week people were asking about him, saying they were going to pray for him, and everybody loves you, man. I love you too, and I appreciate everything you do for us. And we'll have you on. We'll have you back on before the end of the season. We'll have you come in so there's no technical difficulties.
Let's do that. That sounds great, 55. I appreciate you and appreciate all the prayers.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks, guys.
My GOAT, your GOAT, everybody's GOAT is Chris Redman. Appreciate him hopping on with us. Let's see. Gonna check. Stupid. All right, Joey's on his way, so he'll be here in 15 minutes. He's gonna have to sneak in there between y'all because that camera. I'm not trusting that camera to hop to. I'll try to plug it back in here in a second. Dalton, really quickly, because I know you've got to go. I want you to go ahead before we hop in. This was supposed to go a lot smoother. Of course, it's technology. Things happen. But what we're going to do today is kind of break down all facets of the game. Dalton was tasked with the responsibility of doing the breakdown for the offense. Dalton, go ahead. The floor is yours. Dalton?
What's that?
The floor is yours.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was speaking.
Oh, well, we couldn't hear you until just then. My bad.
Oh, my apologies. I think Chris hit the nail on the head. I think that a lot is going to rely upon the health and availability of Tyler Shuck. If he unfortunately goes down, knock on wood, hopefully that doesn't happen, then you have a pretty tough conversation because it feels like right now, if you're believing what Jeff Brohm is saying, is that what he's seeing from the backup quarterbacks really doesn't inspire much confidence at the moment. But overall, I think that you look at every single position, you can argue that every position, not only on the offense, but the team as a whole is better than it was last season. Wide receivers is better. I know Lacey is out. Possibility of adding AHB back into the mix. Wide receivers more explosive. Tight end is leaps and bounds better. I think offensive line is at the very worst equal to last year. Same with the running back committee. Although that's probably the one position that you look at and are like, yeah, well, that might be where you took a step back, and that's okay. But you still have a very serviceable backfield. Maurice Turner, Don Chaney Jr., Isaac Brown is going to be the wild card this year to focus on. So overall, man, personnel-wise, there's a lot of high hopes for this offense, and I think you're going to see more of a Jeff Brohm-esque play calling style versus what you saw last year.
As far as ones to watch for, and then we'll let you hop off. Obviously, the one to watch for quarterback wise is Shuck and Clarkson, but wide receiver. Can you? And I know this is just you off the top of your head. Can you kind of give us what you feel like you've been watching, you've been observing this team? Who's the starting wide receivers in your opinion? Who's going to take the most handoffs in the backfield? And then we'll let you go after that because I know you need to go.
Yeah, I've got like 6-7 minutes, so if you have any questions at the end, you can ask away. Overall, it's really hard to tell. There's a lot of good stuff being said about Chris Bell. He was not really all that healthy this time last year, but he's had a full, clean bill of health. This offseason, he's been a guy that the coaching staff has raved about, putting in that extra work. And also people around the program have had some really good things to say about him. I imagine he's going to be a starter. Ja'Cory Brooks from Bama is going to be a starter. It really is just a matter of who's going to fill in for Colin Lacey, and I think that they could go a couple different ways. I don't think the answer is there yet, as it relates to who that's going to be. I think it's more so by committee. So Jimmy Callaway, Jaden Thompson are probably the two that you look at there. Potentially JoJo Stone, and then there's Blue Hicks and Jalil McClain also in the mix. So wide receivers sort of wide open at the moment, no pun intended. And then running backs, I think we're going to see sort of a 50-50 split. It's going to be very, I hate to say Satterfield-esque, but when I say that, I mean it's going to depend on the matchups. I don't think there's going to be one guy that's going to get the bulk of the carries every single game unless somebody just bursts out onto the scene. So I think Maurice Turner is going to be the first running back to get a carry on Saturday afternoon, and you're going to see a lot of Don Chaney Jr., and then, like I mentioned, Isaac Brown's going to be factored in somewhere.
Awesome. Well, Dalton, thank you for joining. I know we got some stuff we're going to talk about on the next episode. It's a new venture that Dalton is going to do for the website that we're excited about. Don't have him for the whole show, so
will we have that episode? Because with the way the schedule is going to go, are we going to have an episode before that first episode of the show airs?
Yes. Friday night we will have another. We'll talk
right.
about that shortly too. But yeah. Can't hear. Can y'all hear us? Good God. Did the audio go out again?
No, we can hear you.
Okay. Because I had just two people that said audio can't hear. But all right, Dalton, before we go on, I appreciate you hopping on here with us, man. All right, Dalton hopped off here. All right, guys, and we'll go ahead and put Higgy's joined us. We're waiting on Wes to join us via audio. His video was very, very are you there, Wes?
Yeah, hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro.
Yeah, but hey, get by. Sorry.
Parenting 101 on here. While Wes is getting things situated, I'm going to go ahead and give some shout outs. Tom Jeffrey says, let's go. Cashmere says, what's up, family? Wes Brocky says, the boys are back. Oh, that's because I'm back. So, okay. I realized why they were saying audio is because that's back when I scrolled to the beginning of the text. Listen. Even players mess up too sometimes. Look, this is our first show back live. Fabian says, "What's up, people? Volume isn't working." Yeah, we know. No volume. Sign language. I need to learn sign language. No sound, bro. Hit that like button, like Fabian said. And then Higgy misspelled bear. is what it is. Then a bunch of 55s because Dalton said, "Put 55, you can hear me? I can hear you." Okay, we're back in here.
He misspelled bear.
Yeah, it's okay.
There's two ways to spell it, I guess.
Yeah.
Hopefully he spelled it the other way.
I can hear you, Stevie. Okay, so we're back to where we can hear Dustin Dean. What's going on from our guy TJ? RL Holt, what's up? Guest host Chris Redman. Perfect pod, can't hear 55. Ha 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 ha. What's up, Dalton? That Georgia Tech game just got more interesting, didn't it? I don't think so, but I know my co-hosts probably have different ideas. Dalton and I should be doing another space pretty soon. Okay. Well, I don't know about that. Bubba says, I don't know how, but it's Higgy's fault. Love it. Chad Brocky says, I'm not a fan of DJU. No, he's always been super slow with me. After you hand him the ball, and it's always like he moves in slow motion. Like he had 4 abdominal aneurysms or something.
Another version of Plummer. He can live in the short to intermediate game, but can't throw the long ball.
Listen, I'm tired of this Jack Plummer slander.
He looked good the other day. Looked good. I can't.
He led us to 10 victories. He led us to 8 more victories than anybody did the year we went 2-10 under Bobby Petrino. He was a game manager. No, he couldn't throw the long ball. No, he wasn't very accurate past about 15 yards. But we got 10 wins. And when was the last time we got double-digit wins? Anybody off the top of their head?
Teddy Bridgewater year.
So, okay. Have you ever led us to 10 wins, Higgy, under center? Okay. Anthony Easton says 6 days away, Card Nation. I'm trying to catch up on all of these. See, our guy Baber, FSU is back to taking L's. Card John says season 6. Bubba says, yo, what's up? We come back. Coach Watson, I'm going to go ahead and just what's the chances on AHB being eligible? Pretty good. Pretty good. Kevin Watson says the Redman family is one of the few royal families in the Ville. I could not agree more. I love Terry's comment. I blame Kenny Payne for sabotaging the show. Our guy Garrett Hoover, does our closet Miami fan have us losing to them again this year? Yeah, you know who we're talking about.
Ain't nothing closet about me.
Higgy is here. Oh my eyes. Is Clarkson not progressing? I haven't heard anything negative about it, about Clarkson. Uncle Larry in the building. And Bubba points out, Higgy's wearing a blue shirt. How do you put on a blue shirt for a little
I'm wearing
Cardinal?
a Navy shirt. Thank you very much.
I would just stand and put in Shedicus hand it to him.
I swear.
Well,
Shedicus?
Like, that'll never die. I will never let that die. Frank Reeder in here. Appreciate that. Look, we're going to have a longer than normal show today. It's the first show. We always do that. We're going to have a good time. Make sure you continue to send your questions, your comments, whatever. Hit the like button on YouTube. We appreciate you guys. I want to go ahead also really quick because I didn't get to do this earlier either. Shout out on Facebook, my old teammate and only female player in Louisville football history, Catherine Clope in the building. Mom's Kelly in the building. Appreciate you. Gary Weston, my Uncle Sam is in the building. Brady Bruce is in here. Uncle Larry watching. Frank Reeder watching on Facebook. So we appreciate everybody's support no matter where you're tuning in. We're going to have us a good time today. Sam, we're going to have you hop on. You were supposed to go before Dalton, but Dalton, I want to play his theme music on here, but I don't want to get hit for royalties, so we won't. But you're going to be breaking down the defense. So if y'all have any defensive questions for Sam, what's up, Quentin? Make sure y'all ask him. He'll answer them to the best of his ability. But, Sam, go ahead and let us know what we can look forward to on the defensive side of the ball this season.
all right. Got to make sure y'all can hear me, right?
They can hear you.
Okay, cool. Last year, for the most part, Louisville had a pretty successful defense up until you could say maybe the last half of the season, let's say 4 or 5 games of the season. They still ranked in the top 5 in terms of sacks in the ACC, and including interceptions with 13. I think we had about 34, 35 sacks last year. We're bringing back majority of those with Aston Gillette. And
Gelati, how can you mess it up?
I had it in my head just now.
You get on the announcers for mispronouncing his name, then you do it.
Even when I said it, I was like, oh, that's wrong. But
hopefully Jeremy won't call me out.
July.
Lies.
But So, and we have Ramon Perrier back as well. So, and then we added the addition of Thor Griffin. So I see that improving as well. But for me, I think the strength of this team is the defensive backs. But as we all know, nothing great consistently happens for the defensive backfield unless the guys up front are doing their job and doing their job well and consistently. This year's group, I think we have the players and the pieces and the depth to continuously rotate guys in and out so that we're not as beat down or worn out towards the end of the season like I think we were last year. Um, and then even though I mentioned the defensive line earlier, let's not forget about the linebackers. Last year going into the season, it was a big question mark for us. We didn't know how guys like TJ Quinn and Stanquan Clark would fit in. Even Antonio Watts played a little bit of the star position. We knew what we would get from Ben Perry. We just didn't know too much about the other the linebackers. So now that they're a year older, a year experience in the system, uh, I look for them to play smarter, play faster than they were, and I look for them to put their imprint on this team as I think and I know that they can, based on what they showed last year and based on how much better I think our current defensive line is and can be. Um, One of the big things about the defensive backfield, I think, is I know we get back MJ Griffin.
Yeah.
He was I think he was the captain last year. I know he was a starter. So it hurt losing him so close to the season. But the blessing in that was we were able to get more guys experience, more guys got reps, and it allowed someone to emerge as a new leader. So they had to find a way to replace him, and they did pretty well. But now that he's back, um, I see him fitting in really really well with the team, and he also had the added benefit of sitting there watching from the sidelines as to, hey, this is what needs to be done. This is what I could have done. This is what I'm seeing. So now he's able to take all that knowledge that he gained sitting on the sideline for a year. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think when we spoke to his dad, he said he'd never been injured before.
Correct.
So now that he had that year of just sitting out de facto redshirt year, now he's able to take what he learned from the sideline and then put it into practice. So all in all, I think we'll have a better defense this year. I know year two is always the big jump, sort of like from freshman to sophomore year. So that's a big plus for me. So let's see how we start off the game this season against Austin P. Because even though it is Austin P, uh, you want to focus more on culture. Like this is what we do regardless of who we're playing. Like Chris Redman said, whether it's Austin P or whether it's Alabama, you're gonna bring it every single day because this is the standard. This is what we expect, regardless of who we're playing.
Absolutely. And we got a couple. I'm trying to get Joey's camera set up for when I think I've got it figured out to where the TV's not going to be on, but y'all can see kind of get a look of our new studios here momentarily. What happened to?
But we lost Shawn and Sam.
Yeah, what happened with that?
Oh, there it is, right there.
They should not both be pointing the same direction. There we go. Listen, it happens at times, man. Again, this is the season. Oh, here's I switched the cameras. Look, it's live TV, pal.
Total difficulties, man. My camera ain't.
That's going to be the name of this episode. Technical difficulties, season 6 opener with Chris Redman. Quentin wants to know, is Adonijah Green starting on the left end, Sam?
No, I doubt it. I don't.
What?
Listen,
Sticks ain't starting?
I don't. Listen, I think he's squarely in that 2 deep depth chart. But you got to think, Gelati's already got one end of that, and then you also have like Jernigan, who's also really good. But it all depends on what they want to play. Because I know last year they played a lot of 3 down linemen, and they went some with 4. So it all depends on what package they want to do. If they want a pass rush package or something like that, then you could see him on that end. But to say that he's going to be a consistent starter there, I don't see that right now.
By being able to hear Lucy downstairs barking, I'm pretty sure that means that Joey is in the building. He'll make his way up here to the studios momentarily. Let me just make sure. There we go. Perfect. Next question is the guy he hasn't, our guy Chad Brocky, the guy I haven't heard much about yet is Thor Griffin. Has anybody with a Thor Griffin update?
No, I think he's squarely like he's been solid. So usually the old saying is no news is good news. So with that being said, like we know what to expect when he comes in, and I think he's got himself squarely in position to be our starter and to take care of what he needs to take care of in the middle of that defensive line.
There you go. Our guy Garrett, even though we are going to do the there he is. What's up, Joey?
What's up?
Huh? It doesn't matter. Leave it open. Shut it. Don't matter. Collision Course Tailgate, 2745 Crittenden Drive. Early game. We will be set up before the sun comes up. Come play with us. That kind of sounds weird. Shawn, that might be your chance. But we'll talk more about the Collision Course crew here when we get to the sponsors part of the show. Chad Brocky says DBs are definitely a strength. Let's go ahead and get Joey on here. Joey, what's good?
What's up?
Don't forget the camera's this way, so you're going to have to look this way.
I don't care.
Awkwardly as that may be.
I'm lucky to even be able to hold my head up. It's miserable out there.
It's miserable. Gotcha. Brady Bruce says, wish Alderman would have stayed. Okay, let me just give you a quick update. The show started 17 minutes late because our audio kept going in and out. So Chris Redman got rushed to, even though he was a champ. And apparently we have an invite to his private party next year. So it's on the air. If he tries to deny it, then we can. So we're going to go to that. But and then Dalton had to hurry up and get on and off because he is announcing a game today. So we knew that was going to be kind of risky. Okay, Bubba says, I asked about Clarkson because people keep saying the backup quarterback situation is iffy. I haven't heard any concerns. I do know that a lot of Twitter speak is that it's iffy, but man, if he's anything like he is on this NCAA football game, he is going to be fire. Like he threw for like 22,000 yards.
If our whole team is anything like it is on the NCAA,
okay, that's fair.
Game, we're going undefeated for the next 4 years.
Make sure, Joey, will you say something again? I want to make sure.
Something again.
Okay, there you go. Brady Bruce says, I'm glad there's some competition for the backup spot. Bubba Ray Duddy says, Griffin gave great energy on the sidelines. Can't wait to see him on the field. Brady wants to know, did Austin Peay lose their coach? Well, yeah, he got fired or he resigned because of his involvement in a human trafficking sting. Anthony Easton's saying it wasn't their head coach. It was a position coach. I thought that I read it was their head coach, so I apologize.
No, it was the offense coordinator and tight ends coach.
Okay, there you go. Well, thank you for straightening that out for
I didn't know Higgle Tits was on here.
Higgs on here. Wes Keys is on here, even though you can see Higgy, but you can't.
Well, I can't see anybody.
That's right.
That's what we need this TV for, so we can see.
Well, I mean, I can put it up on the TV. It's just not going to be live. It'll be a couple. Well, true. Very true. Very true. Well, we'll do that. We'll work that out while we're getting to the next part of the show, which is
We've been working on the fly all
yeah, we've been doing it. Listen,
improvisation.
All that.
Improv is radio. My guy Abdul. Listen, if you all want, I don't normally do this on this show, but if you all want your dream wrestling belt created, get in touch with my guy Abdul at Capgo Championship Belts. He will take care of you. He does an amazing job. Are you sure?
Way too many blue M&Ms in there.
Well, that's why I would just throw it out.
I need it.
Okay, so that's the one that didn't end up. I gotta go in there and delete that, by the way. Or is this the one that's on now? I don't know.
That is the one that's on.
Is it?
Yeah.
No. We'll get it figured out. Go to channel. We're doing this for Joey because he's being difficult. There it is, live. That one says live. So there, you can see Joey. You can see Higgy. You can see the whole thing up there on the screen, Joey.
Oh my God.
What, Higgy? What?
That's what I look like.
He does kind of look.
Baby.
Oh my!
No, that's like 8K.
God.
Brian
They didn't
Davis
make
says,
8K.
"Hey,
That's 4K XL.
hey, fellas, go Cards." Don't forget to talk about. Oh, listen. Abdul's right. So they made this, and again, we don't normally pitch the wrestling stuff during the Louisville show, but I will say this: they made a championship belt for Roman Reigns, and it only did 1,319 of them because that's how many days he was champion. My guy Abdul's go. If you missed out on the initial $22,000 belt that they put out like that, he's making replica belts of that. So if you still want to get in on that, make sure you contact him. He'll get you. I'm probably going to get the belt.
You want to advertise that though?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's legal.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I was saying the same thing.
Yeah, it's a copywriter.
Joey, I mean, it's probably not, but anybody gonna hit up WWE and say, "Hey, Abdul's making title belts"? No.
Here's another thing. Why is Higgy driving again? Like,
He's always driving.
he's never
always.
just stationary when it's time for a show.
Always on the move, which is
Which is weird.
Wes Brocky says Joey's got the Eminem game going on. All right, Quentin's got a question for us. What are your thoughts on Corey Thornton and Tamarian McDonald? Wes, do you have? You've not talked yet. Do you have any? Have you got to see either of those guys?
Corey Thornton looked really good. I didn't catch too much of Tamarion McDonald when I got to go to the spring practices. But yeah, and the thing about Adonijah that Sam said is really shocking me because the way he was tearing it up in spring ball, I'm shocked he's not a starter. But that defense, the DBs, crazy. They've already said over the radio too that they aren't the coaches have had to tell the DBs lay off the wide receivers a little because they're not letting them catch anything.
That's a good problem to have. Now, remind me, Corey Thornton transfer from UCF, and then Tamarian McDonald, is he a transfer as well?
Yeah.
Tamarian McDonald is he's the one that came from the Tennessee Ole Miss crew with
like a sophomore, something like freshman, sophomore, yeah.
Also, he's like the one that we got like 3 Tennessee guys and 2 of them left. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
The brothers left.
Yeah.
Joey just threw up birthday balloons somehow in his. I don't know what it's. You went like this, and the screen. Well, you'll see it here in a second. It'll be on the screen. It was so odd. Now we're all watching. We're watching. We're doing the show, watching us.
What's Higgy doing? Like he just keeps out the front door.
There we go. Here we go. Joey's about to. Here we go. Here's the balloons. Joey's having a party, bro. That's all there is to it. It was so random, Bubba. Absolutely. Really quick. Stop doing stuff. Really quick. Let's get into our sponsor talk. Shoot 360, a premier state-of-the-art basketball training facility with highly skilled trainers. Peyton Seaver, our guys, one of the owners. Call 515-6556. Sign up today. It's a great value all around. And if you go to shoot360.com, you can pre-register for a free workout. Cherry pick.
Sorry, go ahead.
What, you dancing?
No, Higgy's face. he's like
uneffing believable.
Cherry picking a hoops themed cold press. I saw Higgy on the screen.
Who wants cold breast?
Uneffing believable.
Nobody wants a cold breast.
A hoops themed cold pressed juice and smoothie bar inspiring you to take what's good. Conveniently located at 828 East Main Street behind the local seltzery. Tell them CSZ sent you for 15% off your total order. Our friends Chris and Sarah out at Fitness Market. They have a lot of you all of you all here in the studio have been out to see the new rec area / workout gym that the fine people at Fitness Market through our sponsorship with them helped make more attainable for us to be able to do. Great people. They Jason, the guy that comes out and tunes up all the equipment, man. Just Sarah, who am I for? I'm forgetting some of the people's names. It is what it is, but just great people out there. Appreciate them. Call them, let them know. All these people, you need to let them know that we sent you, and they will give you a better deal than normally. Our guy Chris out at 4 Pegs, 1053 Goss Avenue. just amazing food. We went out there the other day and had a brisket grilled cheese and some of their new dipping fries, and it was just freaking fantastic. You were at work.
So
Gotta
bring
say,
some
it's also
home.
Wing week for them.
Bring some of that home.
Okay, I will. I'm heading back out to see him next week, so I'll bring some home.
Yeah, figures.
Why?
I won't be in town.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe this week. You're coming over for Raw tomorrow night, right?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll try to get out there tomorrow then.
All right.
It's Wings Day too. They've got $20 all you can eat jumbo smoked wings and $1.25 per wing. If you don't want to do the all you can eat, Higgy, come and get the best wings in town for the best deal in town. And on Thursdays right now, it's the ribs days. Best ribs in the Ville for just $25 all you can eat, or $2 a bone all day long. Why is that popping up? You still laughing at Higgy?
No.
Collision Course Crew Tailgaters is almost that time. Again, as we said earlier, we gave you the location for it. It's behind the El Nepal where the old Cardinal Hall of Fame Cafe used to be. Shout out to our guys, Bill Garrett, Rhino, Craig, Kevin, and the crew. Shout out to our guy, one of the most loyal Collision Course Crew guys, Carito. They're going to be doing some stuff to honor him this season, which is really, really awesome. And look, we just appreciate all of you all coming out. You'll see some of us at some of the – we're not going to do any live well, right now there's no live podcast planned for the season, but you will see some of us at the games, just in an attendee. Some of the tailgates in an attendee capacity. 2745 Crittenden Drive. Again, it's an early game, so make sure you are there. Let's see. Went by how? Okay.
I was laughing earlier because you said $3 a bone all day long.
$2 a bone. Yeah. Well, Shawn,
that should be your shirt.
It really should. We should.
$2 bone.
Real quick before you
Finish. I've got like 3 more.
Okay, my fault. Go ahead.
Yeah. We want to give a special shout out to our guy Rick Cooper at Planet Fitness. He is not only sponsoring the show this season, but you will see us all out in public in our brand new Cardinal Sports Zone Polo drip, brought to you by Planet Fitness. So we appreciate Rick. Get out. They've got great deals on workouts monthly. I think you can get it for as low as $15 a month now. They've changed it up a little bit. It's either 10 or 15.
Was he just at the Shepherdsville one?
No, he owns all the Planet Fitnesses.
Well, I mean, because I go to the one over by Jefferson Mall all the time.
Yeah. He owns all the Planet Fitnesses, all the Buff City soaps. He probably owns half of Louisville. We appreciate him. And not last or least, we want to say thank you. As you can see up top, we got the new logos there. Our friends at Rally House, the Rally House podcast studios here. We have Lisa, Amanda, Dee, Rico, and the crew. Been really, really great. I saw Garrett say something. He went by the Rally House this last week. Absolutely love the store. They have some of the best stuff. The thing I really like about Rally House is not only the people that they got some really great people working there, but they not only sell like national stuff, but they sell local. So if you have a local U of L themed product that you want to put into circulation, contact Lisa at Rally House. She'll put your stuff and sell in the store, and it's really awesome. And it's not just Louisville; they support that other stupid team too. But it is what it is. Great people out there, and we're very, very thankful that they are going to be one of that they are the new sponsor of the podcast. Last but not least is what I meant to say. Mossy Oak. If you're in the market to buy or sell farm, land, or recreational or residential areas in the state of Kentucky, let our guy Paul or one of his team of professionals at Mossy Oak and Hart Realty help you with your buying and selling needs. Call Paul at 270-537-4422 or email him at pthomas@mossyoakproperties.com. Mossy Oak, we know land. All right, let's get into. I was supposed to do those earlier. We're going to get to Shawn, but Sam, you want to say something really quick.
Yeah, it was regarding the last question on screen, but it has to do with this one now. So perfect timing anyway.
Okay. So Brian Davis asked us, how's the cornerback from California that played? So that's Aaron Williams, correct?
Yes. So what I wanted to say earlier was great cornerbacks usually cut off half of the field. Last year we had Jarvis Brownlee. No one wanted to throw at him, so they tested Quincy Riley, and they paid the price a lot. This year we have Quincy Riley, who's gonna go. He's gonna do the same thing, cut off half of the field. So they're gonna test Thornton and Nicholson and Aaron Williams. a lot. So those guys need to be prepared. In terms of how he's doing, he was doing really great the last couple times I saw him. He's one of those rare cornerbacks that loves to hit. Usually cornerbacks tend to make the business decision and things like that, and go low or throw a shoulder, something like that. But he loves to hit, and he can cover really well for a freshman. So I think he's doing pretty good. It's going to be hard to get him off the field as a redshirt freshman.
Absolutely great. I want y'all to look at this next comment that we have coming up. Not Garrett's, but Bubba's.
Oh, God.
Higgy's okay, there's Higgy. He's back. Good job. Glad Higgy's back.
His signal went out when he went through the garage again.
Frank Reeder says the ribs are really good out. Everything's out there really good. Quentin with a great comment. I have a big brisket in my deep freezer. I don't have a smoker or anything, so maybe I can bring it to the tailgate and share it. That would be awesome. Bubba, we're going to try to put together a store. It's a lot. It takes a whole lot of work, but we're going to try to get y'all some. I've got some hats in the work and some polos for the professionals on the squad. So we're going to try to get, it's so much upkeep and it's just a lot. Anthony Eason wants to know, does TJ Capers see the field this year?
Yes.
Okay, Higgy, thank you for answering Sam's question. Wes, are you still with us?
Very much so, bro. Very much.
Okay, okay, good. Which, by the way,
Why me on camera?
I don't know why Wes isn't on camera. It would definitely take a lot of distraction from that top area of the screen.
For some reason, my camera isn't working. I've tried it multiple times.
Listen, technical difficulties. That's the name of the show this year,
Yes.
the season. Shawn, you are up to bat, something I never thought that I would ever say. You've got the lowdown on the special teams.
I got a flag on that one, even though you can't see it.
Yeah, well, Shawn is. Bubba says, wow, thanks for the insight, Higgy. Special teams. What do we have to look? I know there's some interesting names in the special teams this year. Kind of let us know what to look for. I know with I'm going to give you an out here because I'm pretty sure our kick and punt returner was Colin Lacey, and he's out. So we've not really got to do any research to figure out who's going to take his spot. But as far as everything else is concerned, give everybody the lowdown, a.k.a. the skinny. No offense.
So special teams, we'll start with long snapper because that's where it all actually starts. If the long snapper doesn't get the ball to the kicker, then the kicker can't kick the ball. So you got Shy Kochav. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry, man, if I'm not.
How's it spelled?
Kochav.
Cockov.
Oh,
It is Cockov.
well,
He just didn't want to say Cockov.
He's probably going to be the starter this year.
Cockov is the long snapper?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But the interesting is the backup's going to be our place kicker's brother, Hayden Travelstead. Now, I don't know if they're battling. I don't know if there's a chance that maybe we see a different person actually snapping the ball on place kicks and punts this year. But I would say it's probably going to stay the same right now. As your place kicker goes, with Brock Travelstead's back, so he would likely be the starter. I know he got replaced last year by Nick Lopez, I believe it was, for some games because he had a little bit of the hiccups. Yeah, the yips kicking. You have actually 3 other kickers on the roster, which is interesting to me that you have 4 total. But the next one in line is probably going to be a name you recognize, A.J. Vinatieri. That would be the son of Adam Vinatieri, arguably the greatest kicker in the history of the NFL.
Justin Tucker.
Yeah, he became the greatest kicker.
It's what it is. I'm a Steelers fan. He's a Raven, but.
And then you have Cooper Rainveer and Nick Keller rounding out the group. I would assume that one of them will be the kickoff guy because I know Brohm likes to use a different kickoff guy than the guy that actually kicks the field goals. Your punter, returning Brady Hodges, did a good job last year. Didn't really have too many shanks or anything like that. He did a really solid job. Had a couple.
How many shanks did you have last year, Shawn?
A lot, unfortunately.
We just wish we could get Shawn one shank.
The backup punter is probably going to be Carter Schwartz. He was the backup last year as well. And then there's a new guy in the fold, Adam Wickenhofer. What a name!
What did you call me?
Uneffing believable.
Shut up, Shawn.
I highly doubt he'll see the field this year unless there's, God forbid, injury. So now kick returner, punt returner, that's where it gets interesting because as Jeremy noted, Colin Lacey was likely going to be the punt returner, probably the secondary kick returner.
Not for me on college football.
He was on mine. He was initially on mine.
But for punt returner with him out, I could see Katarius Hicks, Blue Hicks taking over. But also a name that wasn't in there that could be there now is Amari Huggins-Bruce.
Which Chris Curry brought up. What about Amari Huggins-Bruce for returns?
There you go.
I'm going to throw this up for a second, and it's only going to be up there for a second because it's kind of questionable. It's from Bubba. I've already put it on and taken it up. Y'all won't see it in real because it's a little bit behind on the Tron. So we'll wait for reaction here. As Bubba put his latest comment on for Shawn.
Oh,
is it that far behind?
Yeah, it's pretty far.
Sheesh.
Look at Shawn talks with his hands.
And Chris said Huggins, not Higgins.
Here we go.
Oh, God.
Listen, I'm an equal opportunity share of comments, even though Bubba he's our repeat offender. There's no other way about it. You know what I forgot? We did all that. So we did this. We did the intro twice because the first time. So
that's like season 1.
Yeah. So we haven't showed you all the new intro for the show yet, which you'll have to look. Y'all, Sam's not seen it at all. Oh no, y'all haven't either because I had him switch it up a little bit. So really quick, before I forget, let's go ahead and put the new intro up for everybody to watch. We hope you all enjoy it. Give us your thoughts on it.
This ain't no joke, this ain't no game. This that CSZ game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55 was goody. Kill the vibe, how could he? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. All the shows spread fake news. We just call it a podcast. West, Joey, Sam, Shawn, Dalton. And you know that boy Higgy. He said he wants small fries. Tell him they better make him big. Yeah, you already know what we be on.
You bet. 40. Here he goes. This place is gonna.
If we set it and set it in stone, sit in the seat, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal Sports Zone.
Straight steal of home. The slide. The Cards win. The magic is working tonight. How do you know when things are the emotional journey to the championship?
Yeah. I gotta wait for the guys to finish watching. We still got a little bit more footage of Eric Johnson dunking the ball.
The only thing I'll say,
we still.
I know I can see that, but I'm just talking about the audio part. Is you can't hear the music sometimes, like you can't hear B Sim.
All right,
I want to hear my name, man.
Here we go. Part that I had him add.
Ah, nice.
I think that's fire. Y'all like it? Okay, good. Everybody likes it. The in-studio hosts and the fans love it as well. That's all we care about. Shout out to both of our guys. B Sim for creating that music.
LFG, baby.
We're probably never getting rid of that theme song unless he comes to me and says, hey, man, I've got a great idea for a new one. I'll listen to it. But shout out to our guy, Gibby, man. He started here at U of L. He does stuff for NFL, for Devontae Parker. He worked for Devontae Parker. He filmed, not worked. Probably the same thing. He filmed for Devontae for a long time in the pros. He's doing stuff for NFL. We appreciate him taking the time out of his busy schedule to do this for us. Yeah, we had to pay for it, but he could have told us no, and that was about as fire could get. And I didn't really have to tell him I told him that there was a part, the only two parts I told him. I said, look, we got to have Jeff Brohm in there. We got to have Pat Kelsey in there. We've got to have Rick and them cut down the nets. We got to have Teddy in the Sugar Bowl. And the only other thing I said, I was like, when they say all of our names, you got to like flash a bunch of our highlights from the show. I didn't have to do anything else. They did everything else, and they did an absolute bang up job. So Gibby, I appreciate you, my man. Looking forward to talking to you tomorrow to discuss. You want to know how everybody liked it? Everybody loves it. So we appreciate you doing that for us. All right. Segment 5, season predictions. And we're going to start. You know what? Let's start with Higgy. Oh, now Higgy wants to hop on the screen. Okay, Higgy, we're going to start with you. Let me get all the screens the correct way because it's still out of, all I can see is Higgy's eyes. There's thumbs up going up on the screen. Did I give a thumbs up?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know what's happening. All this. All right, Higgy. Season predictions. As we wrap up the show, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Got some big, we got some big news for y'all at the end of the show that we think you're going to like. So go ahead, Higgy. Season predictions.
10-2. I think our 2 losses. There's going to be one hiccup game that we lose that we don't expect to lose, but we'll lose. I'm looking at SMU, and I'm also looking at Georgia Tech as possibilities.
Just to make sure you realize, a 10-2 regular season likely means ACC title game. So you're predicting that as well? Okay.
I think we have an outside chance of looking into the playoff.
Okay, Wes.
Honestly, I'd say possibly 11-1. The one loss being at Clemson, because we know Clemson is basically Montreal for us, if you know what I mean, without saying the words, that we're not going to get away with anything down there. But yeah, I think we, especially watching SMU and watching other, I really just don't think there'll be a good level of competition. Georgia Tech is really, they're better than ever. But
I saw that last week.
yeah, man, I think so. There's possibility for 2 losses, but I only got us losing to Clemson and going back to Charlotte.
All right, Joey.
So if you make it into the college football playoff, how many games, like with the 12 teams, how many games do you have to play to win it all? 3?
4.
I don't know where you start off at.
If you don't get the
if you don't get the bye, it's 4 games because you play in the campus. You play in the campus games, then you play against the bye team. So that'd be game 2, game 3. Yeah, 4 games.
Okay.
If you get a bye, 3. But we're only doing regular season. We're not predicting.
Oh, okay. 11-1, but I was going to say 14-2 overall because I think we get into the playoff and win at least 1 game.
Okay. So that's what that
defense, and that's where like our defense is going to be so good this year. I just have a great feeling about that. And that we, as Steelers fans, we know what great defenses. And those Steelers teams didn't always have great offenses. The Louisville offense should be a whole lot better than what,
should be last year 2.0. It should be
I feel good, man. I feel good.
For the first time ever, Higgy didn't predict undefeated. I wanted to point that out.
I mean, I like to do that too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or give us an extra game in there somehow.
Yeah. And I'm surprised you didn't say 10-1. I would like forget a game.
I will say this. Rapid fire from Higgy comes next, and there are some grammatical errors that we will laugh at. Shawn, which we love to do. We love Higgy, man. He was going to surprise us and join us in studio today, but he didn't. So we're thankful for that.
He had to walk around his garage.
Yeah, he had to walk around his garage, or he'd have been here in person. Shawn, what's your prediction?
I'm going 10-2 as well for almost the same reason. I don't know. I think it could be Clemson, or what's the other team? Notre Dame. I think one of those 2 games will drop. I don't know which one because I think we could beat Clemson this year. I know we've had trouble, but I just feel like this team can do that. And then there's going to be a game, maybe Pittsburgh again. I think we're playing Pittsburgh again.
I just don't think I think we get past that. I think we get over that hump of losing a game we shouldn't have.
I hope so, but I just feel like
at some point we got to step forward. You know what I mean? And I just feel like this might be the year that we make that step forward to where we don't lose that game.
And it could be the wet because let's be honest, that Pittsburgh game is the weather.
Mm-hmm.
It really was the weather.
It was nasty.
Didn't we lose
Yeah.
a starting offensive lineman during that game?
And our starting running back didn't play about what 2 snaps, I think.
Yeah, he got hurt, got re-injured.
Yeah,
so that's why I think you just have factors sometimes that come into play we can't see, and I think that's why we drop that game that we're not supposed to drop. There's always some kind of factor that plays into it.
I just want to have like those mentalities of like the Michigans and Ohio States and Alabamas that they don't
expect
that. I want the expectation, start with us going to the players, the coaches, everybody, like, no, we expect
that's a culture thing
to win every game.
Yeah.
We got to get that, I will drop one that we shouldn't, we got to get that out of our heads. Positive thoughts only.
Because it wasn't that way. Our mentality before was, because we only had one marquee game on our schedule every year, was, well, we're going to win that game because we always prepare. Last but not least, last for everybody else, and then I'm going to go. I'm going to do my thing. But football beat writer for us, University of Louisville, Sam Basden. Let's go ahead and let's get your. So let's give a little first off a little background. Sam is a little bit more critical than the rest of us at times. He used to be a Miami fan last year for a game. But we appreciate everybody's. That's what makes us, is that we have different opinions, come from different backgrounds, look at things differently. So, Sam, I'm going to go to you next, and I'm going to be shocked if we have less than 2 losses, in your opinion.
You won't be then. 9-3.
I knew it. I knew he was going to do it. I knew it.
9-3.
9-3. All right. So, no college football playoff for Louisville, in your opinion, this year. No ACC title game.
No, I think we still get to the ACC title game.
You think you think 3 league losses puts us in the?
I think the ACC outside of, well, I can't even say Florida State now, but I think the ACC is wide open. I do think we're going to beat up on a lot of teams, and it'll come down to something like it did last year, to where who beat who and things like that, and the losses kind of even out. And I think because of who we beat, we'll get in there. I don't think there's only going to be one ACC team with less than 3 losses. Probably just, yeah.
Okay. And again, everybody is entitled to their own opinions, and I called it. Want to make sure. Garrett Hoover says different opinions, wrong opinions, but they're his opinions, talking about Sam. That's pretty awesome. All right. I know what y'all been waiting for. It's Jeremy's picks, first game. And we are going to preview Austin Peay in the next episode of the podcast, which we will tell y'all about here in a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and Austin Peay, that is a stomping. Jacksonville State, stomping. Georgia Tech, I think that's a 10-point victory. Notre Dame, we normally play very well up in Notre Dame. The 2 times we played up there, it was like an 11-7 game the last time. And then the first time we played up there, they missed a field goal for us to win the game. So I feel like that we can beat them up there. So I'm putting that as a victory. Wasn't impressed by SMU last night. Never impressed with Virginia. If this was at Miami this year, I would have a little bit of a worry, but we host Miami. Gosh, man.
They're overrated too, man. Always, every year.
Boston College, we normally have some issues with at Boston College.
Now they still got that same guy, right? Castellanos. Yeah, and he gave us some trouble last year for a little bit.
Clemson. So we go on a 1, 2, 3 game road trip. Okay, so then we're at Clemson. This has got to be the year, man. This has got to be the year we beat Clemson. It's got to be at Stanford the next week. I don't fear Stanford. Host Pittsburgh. Don't fear them.
A good thing.
And then we end the season playing a game in a virtual trash dump. I'm going 11. I'm going 11-1 with our lone loss to Boston College at Boston College. I think we take care of business, like Joey said. I think this is the year we start to change the culture around the fan culture, not the player culture, because
they expect to win,
right?
I think Georgia Tech's the game, and I don't even think it's a game. You call it a game that you shouldn't lose. Because man, like they played us tough last year in the opening game, and like I told y'all last week that I honestly thought Georgia Tech was ranked preseason, but they obviously will be.
They will be, yeah. That's another thing. I think preseason rankings are stupid. I think the rankings shouldn't come out until about 3 weeks into the season. Just my opinion.
Yeah.
But I'm not worried about Georgia Tech at all. I think it exposed Florida State for how overhyped they are. You know, if there was any other quarterback back there other than DJU, they would not be a top 10 team. But his name carried some hype, carried some weight.
That dude is still playing college football.
I think of it the opposite way. I think if they had a different quarterback, they probably would have won that game. He was not.
No. I agree. I'm saying their preseason ranking was predicated on the fact that they had the almighty DJU at quarterback. I've never been even when we played him in the past. I mean, even
Clemson, he wasn't even.
No, at Clint. I mean, we almost beat him, but we had it on 4. Didn't we have an opportunity to win that? Wasn't that here? And it was 4th and goal, and we had 4 shots to get into the end zone to beat them.
Yep.
And Sat just couldn't get it done.
Run play after run play after run play after run play on the goal line.
Yep. Quentin agrees with me, 11-1. And I'm not a big I don't predict 0-1 losses. That's just not my style. I feel like it is this year. Quentin says the only game he's worried about is Clemson and Death Valley. Garrett says he'll be at the Stanford game. So we'll go 11-1 for the season. Quentin says Boston College ain't been the same since Zay Flowers. They still give us issues. It don't matter if it's been Zay Flowers, Tay Flowers, flowers in the graveyard. Make sure your mom has her flowers, whatever it is. They always, and it's not just there. They beat us on a last-second field goal here at home 4 or 5 seasons ago. It's tough. And then Ezra says, hello, guys. Great to hear you. What's up, Higgy? Love you guys. So hyped for some Louisville football. Well, we appreciate you all, too. Appreciate y'all tuning in for sure. Let's get to it. The rapid fire. Number 24th ranked men's soccer started the season 2-0 with a I was reading it as it was written. Men's soccer started the 2024 season with 2-0 victory over Western Michigan. Okay. I'm not really sure what their record is. Are they also 2-0, Higgy?
No, that's their first game of the season.
Okay. Oh, started the dud. Now I'm reading like Higgy. Josh Hurd and the athletic board approved a 5-year extension through 2029 for men's tennis coach Rodrigo da Silva and women's golf coach Whitney Young, while women's soccer coach Karen Ferguson Days was extended through the 2026 season. Awesome. Women's soccer started their 2024 season with a 7-0 victory over Bellarmine. Mackenzie Giegel led the Cards with 2 goals. The Cards then hosted New Hampshire and tied 1-1 against them. And the biggest news of our offseason, Louisville Live will be hosted in the KFC Yum Center on October the 4th. Big deal. Look, guys, we're about to get back to full swing on the website. Me and Shawn and the guys have had a nice little off season where we've even waited a couple days to post stuff, just relaxing and get. It's time for us to get back to work, and we're excited to do that. Make sure you're supporting our photographers as well. Jeff Nunn, TJ Barr, who's also our graphics creator, who always does a bang-up job with all these graphics. Justin Kruger, if you're still alive, if you're out there, we appreciate you as well. He's our baseball photographer. It's the first time in, I think, 10 years we've not had position-by-position breakdowns on the website. It's because I couldn't get a hold of Justin. So hopefully he's okay. No, I know he's okay. I see his snaps all the time. So maybe he's just taking himself a little break. Who knows? Garrett Hoover says Higgy's doing his best Kilroy impression. Shout out to all of our fine sponsors: Fitness Market, 4 Pegs, Collision Course, Crew Tailgaters, Cherry Pick and Shoot 360, Mossy Oak, Planet Fitness, and Rally House. There are sponsorship opportunities still available, even though the screen looks like it's full. We'll help you out. We'll take care of you. We'll promote you. In the bottom left-hand corner, it'll tell you how you can get in touch with us for sponsorship opportunities. Shoot me an email, and if I don't answer to you right away, shoot me a DM, shoot me a message. I will get. Like, my emails sometimes don't sync. Hit me up. Make sure you get in contact with me. You can check us out on all the social media avenues. YouTube is our preferred place of watching the show. Again, it helps us out analytics-wise. You can find the show, the audio version of the show on all the podcast avenues: Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, and iHeart. Hit subscribe, like, hit the heart, or whatever Shawn does on the weekend. If it's a stalk button, hit that, or just hit Shawn in general. If you haven't listened to all the episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, go back and check them all out at cardinalsportszone.com, the place it all began. Hit the podcast drop-down menu. Go to the CSZ Podcast. Higgy is supposed to keep those updated on a weekly basis. You never know if he does or not. We do have great exclusives at cardinalsportszone.com as well. Check those out. Shout out to everybody out there who's sharing the podcast. We appreciate and love you all. Shout out to our guys, Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage, doing the Lord's work from 10 to noon. Almost gave them an extra hour. Monday through Friday on ESPN 93.9 The Ville. We bless you. We appreciate those guys. They are a great beacon of information there. Bless you again. And also, they're not an official sponsor, still an employer of mine, though. The 502 Circle. Make sure if you can do a monthly subscription to them, it helps get guys like AHB back on campus. It helps to get guys like, sorry, I saw Wes Brocky's comment. Apparently Gracie has taken over, says Higgy's the baby. I'll go ahead and throw that up on the screen just because it's funny. I think we had the audio version of that as well, so we'll play that in a second. But 502 Circle, you can help, whether it's a one-time donation of a couple of bucks or a monthly rate. They do give you some cool swag in return if you subscribe to them monthly. So go ahead and do that if you can. If you can't, just continue to support. Stay tuned to our social media and subscribe to us on YouTube to be alerted anytime we go live. It also does it on Facebook. We don't want you watching us on Facebook. Facebook is spam. Sorry, I'm just doing some hate talk against Facebook. I apologize. Is that Zuckerberg? Sorry, Zuck. Again, we prefer y'all tune into YouTube. Now we're going to take a breath for a second and tell everybody where they can find you on social media, Sam.
Baseboy124.
Shawn.
At Elville Shawn.
Christian Mingle. Joey.
Joe Wahman 526.
Wes.
Wes Keys _CSZ.
Higgy.
Always
DoorDash.
I'm the Higgy.
Did you say DoorDash?
Yeah, DoorDash.
Okay.
Uber Eats, Uber XL Eats.
Not even a thing.
And Grubhub.
It is now.
It should be a thing.
Look, he added one. He said Grubhub.
Postmates too. I mean, you might as well throw them all in there.
Yeah.
Listen, we have been all of you. Let's get serious for a second. Hold on.
Oh
Let's
man.
get serious.
Do we have to?
We have been trying for 13 years to get Shawn a date. I handed him a calendar once. He couldn't find one on there either. I digress. If any of you all have a single female, right? Female relative
Or friend.
or friend
Do you have a
Coworker.
that wants a nice guy. Shawn's a nice guy. He takes care. The reason why Shawn doesn't have a friend yet is because he's like the patriarch of his family. All of his time, even after the show, he's heading right out to take care of family. Great dude. If I had a sister, I would pay her to date Shawn. It just is what it is. He's a great dude.
He's
So-
so nice of a dude. That's what the problem is.
I'm not saying he's going to be like Old Faithful one day, but I'm not going to say he's not going to be.
If you know of any solicitors on the side of the expressway that
Hold on. Where's that one warning we always put on the bottom of the screen?
Oh.
No, not that one. That one's too easy. This one.
well, we won't see it for
I know. You all will see it in a few. But
Higgy's laughing.
the camera's shaking, so I imagine he's laughing. But we'll go ahead and leave that on for the rest of the show.
Why'd he go profile? Why'd he go?
Look at Higgy.
I don't know. Higgy's posing for he must be watching on a TV.
There it is.
What's wrong with his neck?
Moron!
Moron.
You're a baby!
Thanks, Gracie.
You suck, Shawn!
There we go. That's our normal
That
disclaimer.
age group might need to be ranged. Might be need to be upped a little
Oh,
bit.
you're right. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull that up.
Maybe 26 to 45.
I was going to say 30 to 62.
Hold on.
62.
Hey,
Did you see his reaction? He goes,
we
yeah.
was talking about
30
that.
to
We need to find Shawn a Medicare woman.
60.
I mean, she probably could teach him a few things.
Oh,
but,
she could teach him a lot.
yeah.
A few.
Teach him everything he knows before she goes.
Maybe get her pension.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and reach that.
Retirement.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Man.
Shawn gets the house and the car.
Yeah.
hold on. I gotta see. I gotta.
Be
And then we'll throw Higgy's normal disclaimer up here.
Look at Higgy.
Let's see. Did it change? It's not changed yet. Y'all have to bear with us. Again, we were not used to watching ourselves on the screen.
What is he laughing at?
Probably looking at the new one.
Right there. Which one he does it?
Now the new one's just now popping up.
17 and a half.
Whoa.
To 69.
Whoa. Oh, no.
What the hell?
Is that a plate, Higgy?
What are you?
What's a half of 69 is what I'm wondering.
No, it was 17 and a half to 69, you slap nut.
Why are you like holding a plate out of camera and then like forgetting and like rubbing your face with your arm and the plate?
This is the greatest one I think I've ever done. Are your snacks missing? DM our tip line. I am the Higgy. But no, all jokes aside, we want to get Shawn a good girl, a good practice. Well, no, it don't have to be a
It
practice.
might not
girl.
even have to be a practice. Yeah.
And we want to get Joey a girl too. So if y'all have any regular looking friends, if y'all have some fine friends, send them to Joey. He's a good guy as well. But look, last words. We are returning to our full-time schedule every Sunday at 1 p.m. We'll be here for you. New this season because we're not going to be at the tailgates to do our pregame show. CSZ Podcast is going prime time.
See, I can actually be on those.
You can
because I work day shift.
So here's what you're going to have to look forward to on Friday nights. You're going to have Friday Night SmackDown from 8 to 10. And then at the good old time of TBS, 10:05 p.m., you'll have the CSZ Podcast, and that's when we will preview games and stuff like Austin P. will have it'll probably only be about a 30, 35-minute show. Not much to preview on the first one. And then the following ones will be recap preview. We'll recap on Sundays and preview on the Friday shows. And if we have a Friday game, that we'll go back a day prior. I think we only have one Friday game
I
this
think
year.
everything else is Saturday.
So every Friday night this season will come to you live, except for one, and that'll be a Thursday nighter. Live with 55 will come back on a as needed basis whenever big news comes or there's recruiting updates that need to be said. Wes is joining us again for the 57th time of the show. This Friday we will preview Austin P, and stay tuned. Dalton's got something he's going to do for us that we'll be dropping on Saturday mornings. I'll let him talk about that on Friday. I don't want to really ruin that. But at Sunday at 1:00, we will be back. Last words. Let's go with Wes first before he drops out and comes back in again. Wes, you got any words for the Card Nation faithful?
Sorry, I was putting my daughter in the car.
It's all good. You don't have to even give us the play-by-play. Just come on like a pro and start talking. We don't even have to know that a player messed up.
But nah, man, just ready for the season. Ready to get out there Saturday and get after it.
Okay. Higgy, you are next.
Well, had to give up my season tickets, but I hope to see you guys soon. And we'll go from there. Go Cards. Beat Austin P.
Okay. Joey?
I think we all know where this is going.
Let's go. It's the first one of the season.
Yep.
Maryland's trash. And in memory of Bob Barker, have your pet spayed or neutered. Help control the pet population. Have your Higgy spayed and neutered, please, too. That'll also help control the population.
Of snacks.
Yeah, have your snacks spayed and neutered.
Have your snacks hidden or next to you.
Have your slash your DoorDasher's tires.
Quentin says he never got his 502 Circle T-shirt. Get in touch with Dan Furman. He'll take care of you. Wes Brock, everybody's laughing. Garrett says, as long as she's breathing. Yeah, we want her to be breathing.
Yep, Sam picked Miami and hates our coaches.
I was wondering, I saw Sam do a double take. I saw he just saw that. Ezra says my wife's cousin's neighbor's friend might have someone for Shawn.
What?
Just kidding. Dang.
My wife's neighbor's nephew. Wouldn't that be
Cousin's
his
nephew.
neighbor too?
My wife's cousin's
He
nephew.
said for
Oh.
Sam, not Shawn.
Ezra corrected. Listen, Higgy, unlike you, who didn't correct their grammar in the post. Let's see. What was
the spelling of neighbor too?
That's how you do it. Let's see.
Is that a horse like neighbor?
Like
I'm trying
Mr.
to-
Kid.
Oh man, I corrected all the grammar.
Wait, for me? Wait, what?
No, they meant Shawn.
Okay.
All right. So who was next? Oh, Shawn. Shawn, you're next on the last words. And if you all have followed the show, you all know what season it is. You all know what's about to pop out of Shawn's mouth. Shawn, go ahead and tell him.
Well, the Fed's already nuked the Austin P governor's coaching staff, and next weekend our team will nuke their team. It will be murking season in the Ville.
Marking season in the
That
Ville.
was one of Ply's best songs too. Underrated songs.
Bubba has a request. Higgy, no more blue shirts, moron. That's from him. That really is a faux pas, though, man. How do you wear a blue shirt on a red show?
It's a navy blue. How is it even?
Navy blue, royal blue, sky blue.
I wore
Blue's
red
Clues.
shirt.
It don't even matter. Blue's Clues. Blue cotton candy. It doesn't matter. It wasn't as blue as the shirt that Tanner wore on Live at 55 that one time, though. So
Crotch shot.
I would at least.
What?
What did he
Did
say?
you just say, do you want a crotch shot?
That's
I was just standing and putting shit into his hand, hand it to him.
Did you just say
I
shiticus?
swear.
Did you just say
Well,
shiticus?
what did you say, Higgy?
What did you say?
I said, as long as it's not a blue shirt and a crotch shot like Tanner was giving us that night.
Oh, he said he'd give us a crotch shot.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
Sam, your final grumpy. Sam is our resident grumpy old man on the show. So go ahead and tell them to get off your lawn and tell them your final words for the week.
It's football season. Finally.
Finally.
Go ahead and finish it. But nah, I don't. My final words is just take care of each other, be each other's keepers, and help us find Shawn a date this year.
That's the late. Actually, right now, as we speak, I'm gonna go ahead and put the latest hash. Make sure you go to Twitter.
We're gonna do this again.
No.
Yes, we are.
Hashtag again.
Not bricked up Shawn, though.
No,
Yes.
Don't go to that one.
that was
Everybody, do
words.
not go to that one.
But hold on. We say this stuff, but Shawn doesn't advertise himself at all.
I know it.
Like he don't put up any pictures.
All
of
right, the
himself.
latest hashtag for this season is up on Twitter. Retweet it, like it, share
I
it.
mean, his name on there is Taco Shawn. Like you would think.
That women would think that he loves tacos.
Right.
That is
Maybe
the
he needs to
value.
change. Maybe he needs to change it to
my God.
I want a taco, Shawn.
No, someone might take the
Let me. Never mind.
Yeah, the wrong way.
I'm gonna get a couple of these
Munching,
last.
munching, Shawn.
Bubba says
The
waiting for
munch.
Bubba's waiting for Sam to say go Canes. Garrett says, "Come on, Sam, just say it. Go Miami."
That's
kinda
Never
unnecessary.
heard me say that.
I'm still waiting for him to come up and tackle him.
Oh, who said that?
Was it Mario? I think it was.
Was it Mario or was
and
it Eli?
Eli.
I think
Yeah, it was
Mario.
Mario.
No, both of them. One of them was going to tackle him. The other one was going to be like a forearm shiver or something.
I think Mario wanted to tackle me.
Shawn just wishes he could shiver at all. My last words. We love doing this so much, guys. That's why we put so much out into the new studios for you all. It wasn't just for us. Oh, okay. Higgy's rejoining us this time. Put a lot of money into the new studio. Put a lot of time into it. We love doing this for y'all, and we're so glad to be back. Last thing I want to talk about, man, and this is just going to be random, so y'all going to be like, this has nothing to do with U of L. I'm cool with it. We have, and Wes, we'll talk to Wes about this. There's an artist that I thought was a new artist, but I was wrong because I've been going back and listening to some of their other songs, and their song catalog is fire. No particular reason I'm talking to Wes about this artist at all. Shabuzi.
Here we go.
Wes. Shabuzi's got some bangers, man.
I haven't listened to any of his stuff, bro.
No, go to YouTube and type in Shabuzi, search for him, and listen. He has got, like, honestly, I'm mad that I just listened to his, and it's actually the Tipsy song is his worst song that I've heard in the last.
Really?
And it's a good song. No, that's to tell you the spectrum, dude. It's phenomenal. If you're a music lover like I am, you will absolutely love his catalog. Just get on YouTube, type his name in, listen to some of the music. It's amazing. Got to give Shabuzi a shout out. Ezra, really quick, says, tell Shawn and Higgy I raise goats and pigs too, but they'll squill on you. I don't know what that means. I'm almost afraid.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
On that note, we hope you all enjoy this week. We'll be back to you all Friday night at 10:05. Thanks again for the support. We love you all. And until next time, this has been the Cardinal Sports Zone Podcast. Pay attention.